Greetings, adventurers! Today, we're diving deep into the official lore of Gond, the Wonderbringer, deity of craft and invention, whose name rings throughout the Forgotten Realms. Whether you're a dungeon master searching for inspiration, or a player fascinated by Artificer lore, Gond's influence is essential to the story of technological progress in Dungeons & Dragons. Let's start at the beginning. Gond is a member of the Faerunian pantheon, venerated mostly in the continent of Faerun within the Forgotten Realms campaign setting. The true origins of Gond remain deliberately mysterious in canon. Some suspect extraplanar origins or ascension, but no official text confirms specifics. What is certain is that Gond's dogma and presence have transformed societies across the realms. Gond is primarily worshipped by inventors, crafters, smiths, and engineers who strive to bring new devices and techniques into the world. He stands for the relentless pursuit of improvement, encouraging mortals to rethink, rebuild, and never settle. The Wonderbringer's followers aren't limited by tradition. They court discovery and sometimes chaos in their creative quests. Among the gods, Gond's most notable ally is Dogma, the binder of what is known. Dogma embodies knowledge itself, while Gond expresses the physical act of making ideas reality. However, Gond has more complicated ties to deities like Jontia, goddess of agriculture, who sometimes finds his inventions disrupt the balance of nature. Perhaps more dramatic is Gond's frequent opposition to Talos, the Storm Lord. Talos embodies wanton destruction, while Gond embodies creative construction. Their followers' conflicts are legendary, especially where Talos' storms have shattered Gond's engineered wonders or temples. Gond's worship is most visible in places of industry and innovation. His clergy, often called Gondsmen, are as likely to be found in bustling smithies as in state-of-the-art workshops. Unlike cloistered priests, Gond's faithful believe the busiest forge is the holiest altar. Temples to Gond, sometimes referred to as Gond houses or temples of inspiration, are noisy, vibrant places. They double as public workshops and academies, filled with prototypes, blueprints, and half-built inventions. Priests encourage community members to bring creative projects for advice or blessing. Gond's holy symbol is a toothed metal cog with 4 spokes, frequently seen painted on doors, engraved on tools, or worked into the design of machinery. For the faithful, it's a sign of ingenuity and the blessing of inspiration. What about Gond's own appearance? He's usually depicted as a burly middle-aged man, hands stained with soot, clad in leather and aprons, always holding or wielding a mighty hammer. Images show him at the anvil, laboring over a mysterious device or giggling at a new discovery, a vision that reflects the passionate inventors who follow him. One cannot discuss Gond without mentioning Lantan, an island nation famous throughout Faerun as the epicenter of Gond's faith. Here, intricate clockwork inventions, ingenious automations, and even the rare and tightly controlled smoke powder devices are everyday sights. Lantanese inventors routinely astound mainlanders with wonders bordering on magical. Smoke powder, a rare and potent substance in the realms, is tightly regulated and mostly available in Lantan and among Gond's faithful. These primitive firearms and explosives are not found everywhere, but have come to symbolize the cutting edge and sometimes the danger of Gond's technological innovation. One canonical event showcasing Gond's impact is the Time of Troubles. When the gods were cast down and forced to live as mortals, Gond traversed Faerun in a human form. During this period, he introduced new machinery, including water clocks and other devices, forever altering the technological landscape of the realms. Gond's philosophy is summed up in his dogma. The act of creation is a sacred duty. He urges followers to always improve upon their work and share their innovations, sometimes stirring controversy when inventions outpace society's ability to adapt. For Gondsmen, risk and failure are simply steps on the road to greater achievements. Gond's clerics are also famed for their willingness to travel. They're known as wandering inventors, eager to exchange new ideas and devices for local knowledge or resources. When they visit new communities, they may spark small revolutions by introducing clever tools or unprecedented machines. Rituals within Gond's temples center on the blessing and unveiling of inventions. On major holy days, priests display creations, host public demonstrations, and sometimes orchestrate friendly competitions to foster innovation. Offerings aren't of gold or jewels, but of sketches, prototypes, or hours spent tinkering to improve a design. Gond is also revered by many dwarven artisans and smiths. Though the dwarves have their own forge gods, such as Moradin, they pay respects to Gond as an honoured peer, especially when seeking inspiration for an unprecedented technique or artifact. The faith is not without controversy. Inventions have potential for both profound good and unforeseen harm. Gondsmen are sometimes accused of carelessness for releasing technology, like advanced traps or destructive devices that can be misused. This moral tension provides a wealth of plot hooks for DNs to explore in campaigns. Unlike other faiths that guard their secrets, Gond's followers embrace a culture of open sharing, most of the time. The Church maintains vast libraries of blueprints and invention logs. However, as inventors know, some secrets are closely held until just the right moment. Mechanically, Gond's influence is reflected in the rise of the Artificer class, a melding of spellcasting and engineering. Many artificers see themselves as Gond's agents, blurring the lines between magic and machine. Whether it's a self-propelled cart or a suit of magically enchanted armor, if it's ingenious, it's likely inspired by the Wonderbringer. Unlike legendary magic items that may be created by wizards or unnamed inventors, the hallmark of Gond's touch is craftsmanship. Automata, clockwork gadgets, and the advanced siege engines of Lantan. DM tip: when you want to introduce a unique device into your campaign, linking it to Gond's faith is a great way to anchor it in canon lore. Gond's faith is not monolithic. Across the realms, different regions have their own traditions. In Lantan, worship is nearly universal, while in other lands, Gondsmen serve more as independent inventors or guildmasters, making them excellent quest givers or NPC patrons for PCs with a bent for invention. Here's a question to consider for your own campaign. What happens when a local ruler embraces Gond's doctrine, commissioning new machines or constructs for city defense? What if the faith's latest creation falls into the wrong hands? The consequences of creation are an enduring theme and a source of endless adventure fodder. In summary, Gond is the soul of invention, embodying both the triumph and the risk of human ingenuity. He inspires not just new devices, but new possibilities, world-changing in scope, for good or ill. As you craft your next D&D story, remember, every gear, every spark, every bold idea owes something to the Wonderbringer. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the official lore of Gond. May your inventions wow your party, your campaigns hum with inspiration, and your worlds be forever changed by a touch of divine ingenuity. Until next time, keep wondering and keep creating.